USA, you must, all presenters, please stay, because we will get this moment captured, okay? And with that, Sydney Heslop. Sydney? Hey, did I pronounce it right? Thanks. Come on up here. Filmmaker, you gonna tell me? Will I get my time? Lights, camera.
Hi, everybody. I'm not one to talk much. The film is 4 minutes and 30 seconds that I'm presenting today, so I will talk to you for less than 30 seconds. My name is Sydney Heslop. This is my first Harlem Arts Alliance meeting, so I'm really excited to be here. I've been looking for an art community, and I was actually at the groundbreaking ceremony at the Apollo, and I met TJ, and she told me about Harlem Arts Alliance, so I was in the right place at the right time. She said the next meeting is July 25th, and I'm like, I'll be there, and so here I am. And I just wanted to introduce myself to the community by showing my short film. It's a short experimental film about the Black community and our relationship with the daughter. I made it in 2021 and had my first festival run, which was really cool. It actually was in March on Film Festival, so that was really fun going to DC and meeting and everyone there. So yeah, I'm gonna be quiet now.
In the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
In 2010, 6 Black teenagers drowned in the Louisiana Red River. Researchers found that 70% of Black people do not know how to swim, that Black kids are 3 times more likely to drown. The question became, why do Blacks possess the fear of water? I've heard sharks followed slave ships crossing the Atlantic Ocean, trailing Black bodies thrown overboard. I heard during slave time, white masters refused to let Blacks learn them to swim because a swimming slave could get away, could swim to freedom, could figure out a way to wade in the water. I heard that little Black kids ain't nothing but gator bait. Gator bait let you catch an alligator so big, so vicious, it bite like racism. Black mamas be like, keep your kids out the water, it ain't safe, child. I heard a Jim Crow North and a Ku Klux South kept colors out of public swimming pools and off public water fountains. I heard they hold down with a firefighter water hose like you hose down a rabid dog in the summertime heat of New Orleans. I heard come hell or high water, they were gonna watch drown in a hurricane down south. Heard they knew the levees was gonna give in and break, knew the waters was coming to wash. So wait, tell me, how keep their head above water if you can't swim, can't dog, can't tread water, jump, but never jump in our sprint. You swim, can't float our bodies too dense. We don't with the rain because the head just got there. I heard yesterday in Detroit, they cut the water off. I heard the water don't run. Oceans run dry. I heard trees dehydrated. Heard they've been gasping for air, been drowning, crushing feels like forever since crossing the Atlantic, been feeling lost at sea, been feeling fish out of water, body sinking in the deep end like treading troubled waters and drowning.
God's gonna trouble the water.
And sitting here slide, yes. Very nice. We're almost at the end. Before we do that, Temple Jane, come on up here.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say hello. And it's just been wonderful putting together the town hall meetings this year. This is our last meeting for the summer. We were going to reconvene in September. So you'll get notification about that. But I just feel so wonderful that everybody is here today. We put together a really nice variety of programming for you and had a lot of new faces present today. And that's what we want to do. We want to continue to, bring on our current members, our new members, and we're looking for future members. And one of the things that Bosa is very keen on is having our youth involved. So I want to encourage you for our next meeting in September to try to bring a young person so that they can see what we're doing. And because what we're doing is for them also. And just thank you for everything. I want to thank Kitty Rose for assisting us with stage managing today. Please give her a round of applause. Thank Isaiah, who's our tech guy, who makes sure everything is smooth. Thank again Claudia, who's just been wonderful working with us over the months for everything. And of course, say a whole bunch of round thanks for Bosa, but thank Yvonne before I go back to Bosa. Thank Yvonne from Grandparents Around the World. They volunteer for all of our programs and make sure that you guys get checked in. And for those of you who received a card to do the survey, please complete that and leave it at the table on your way out. And just have an absolutely wonderful summer. And we'll see you in September. And I did thank Curtis because he has really been good at the past couple of years.
I know that although Curtis is the president of Harlem Community Development Corporation, he is a great backup man for me. And I have to say thank you. So that means that he now has another job, because clearly you're going to see more of him. Let me just say how special today was. Today's meeting for me was, it started off early when I wanted to introduce you to my partner Jamal Joseph, so that you know that there's another person who backs me up and makes sure that I can do what I do. But Isasora doesn't know this, but Clarence Jones is my mentor. When I met Jamal when he came out of prison, I told Percy Sutton that there was a young man who had such a story to tell on how he was incarcerated in prison and got all of his degrees. And wouldn't it be great if we could do a feature film on this young man? And Percy Sutton said, I don't know, Boza, but you should speak to Clarence Jones. So I spoke to Clarence Jones and shared with him Jamal's story. And Clarence Jones said to me, Boza, we need to do this film ourselves. And I said, but we're not a film company. He said, we need to do this film. And we went about and we created something called Greenlight Films. And Greenlight Films was created because Clarence said there was no Black person in California who could greenlight a film. And so we're going to do that ourselves. And so Clarence Jones, myself, Jamal Joseph, created a film company. That film company didn't last long, but Clarence and I lasted forever. Clarence Jones is now 94 years old. He lives on the West Coast. But what's interesting about Clarence, and I knew the story that you told, was that Clarence was a brilliant, brilliant young man. When he was a member of multiple organizations, and yes, he was also Martin King's speechwriter. He was his attorney, and in addition to that, Clarence and I and Jamal worked on doing after Harry Belafonte's memorial. We brought Clarence to our office on 135th Street, and for 2.5 hours, we captured Clarence on video telling his stories. So that's another documentary that we're going to show, and for the next meeting, when we come back in September, I'd like to share with you a trailer on this film that we're going to do on Clarence Jones, because he's 94 and I hope that he will still be with us. But that's one thing that I will do. The other interesting thing about this meeting this morning was when Ruben spoke, and he said 2005 was when the Harlem Arts Alliance started doing tours, and it was Ruben who came, and he came up with this idea, and we worked together, and how successful we were. And then sitting next to Isisara is Donna Walker-Kuhn. And when we created the Harlem Arts Alliance, Donna was there with me. She was at the Dance Theater of Harlem then. You know, she was a dancer, and she was the marketing person for Dance Theater of Harlem. And Donna and I are still here today. That just talks about how we work together and to see that we contribute to this community that we call Harlem. And when Oyo spoke, when you spoke about inviting the Harlem Arts Alliance to participate in the closing of the Apollo for Renovation, it reminded me, because Percy Sutton and I created and opened up the Apollo Theater in Japan. A lot of people don't know that there was an Apollo Theater in Japan. I was the executive producer there. And what would happen is that we created the famous amateur night at the Apollo in Japan, like we did here every Wednesday in Japan. They did a talent search. And so hearing you speak about that history, you need to capture some of those stories, because there's just a few of the people who were around when we created, not only Apollo Theater in Japan, but the Apollo Theater record label. It was sponsored by Motown, where I served as the chief operating officer of the Apollo Theater Records. All of that kind of information is here. It just brought back memories of just listening to this younger generation, younger than me. I'm 82 years old now. So when I hear you guys come and talk, it just makes me feel really good knowing that the future is bright with this leadership that I'm seeing at these meetings. All of you guys are doing God's work. And I want to say thank all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Presentations come out for a quick photo, and then we'll do our regular networking where everybody can talk to each other.
Mr. Patron? I volunteered at a casino night. I don't know the feature. Yeah. You and wasn't it you and no the Rose community outreach. What's the girl name? Chelsea. So Chelsea referred. And he was in the kitchen. What's his name? Deep. Right in the kitchen. Yeah. What do you do? Huh? Bye. I will be. That's a lot. Oh. Who you right now? Jersey. What part of it? What year? No. We don't know. Where's it? You met him? Vanessa. Funny honey to my brain. Yeah. Yeah. So I did this like connected with you talking about Nikki Sunshine? Yeah. Economy. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Stay right there. No one. All eyes from you. All eyes on me. Curtis. Okay, all eyes on. Okay. I love that. Oh, that was. I'm sure that for you. Yeah, it is. So I got first. I'll do you the one sheet.
you.